Live from Town Square Towers at the heart of the Jersey Shore. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Get up, get out, do something. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. It is 6:08. It is Tuesday. It is June 28th. It is 69 degrees, getting up to 74 today, and it is raining. I apologize. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 News Talk Radio, streaming live on the Radio Pop app and WOBMAM.com, 732-505-1160. The conversation now turns to Len Herbert, branch manager, Advisors Mortgage, and I don't know, we'll talk about, mortgages, housing, that kind of thing. Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good this morning, Jeremy. How about you?
I am great. I'm great.
Good,
I always like to ask this on my 6 a.m. guests. So you a morning guy? Like, do you usually get up around 4:30, 5 o'clock?
Not quite that early, but I do get up early. I'm usually up around 5:36.
Yeah.
So a little bit early today, but
but you're fighting through it though.
I'm good.
That's a good sized coffee. You're ready to go.
I'm good. I'm ready.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about Advisors Mortgage and what you do for a living?
Well, Advisors Mortgage Group is we're actually a national lender. We're not a national lender. Excuse me. We have offices throughout the country. I guess we're licensed in about 22 states. Our home office is up in Ocean on Route 35. Our corporate office is up there. Our underwriters work out of there. Our bigwigs, I guess, are out of that office too. And like I said, I actually work out of my house. I work down in Barnegat, so I'm the Ocean County guy. And, that's what I do. I'm a mortgage guy.
That's cool. That's cool. So when you were in high school and you were like, oh, this is great. I can't wait to get out and get a job and start working. I'm going to rule the world. Were you like, I can't wait to be like a mortgage guy?
Nah.
Or did that just happen, in a different way?
It's funny you say that because I actually tell that story to people. I never thought about being a mortgage guy. I just actually fell into it when I was about 28.
Yeah.
So this will be my 15th year in it. And I was selling printing at the time, and I was trying to sell some business cards to a friend of mine who worked for Wells Fargo, and he introduced me to a guy, and we became friends, and he mentored me, and that's how I got into it.
So you met a guy who met a guy. So selling printing, that wasn't going to be a growth industry at that point, right?
It was not going to be a growth industry at that point for me. I always enjoyed sales, and I didn't know anything about the mortgage business, but when I went in to see this guy Mike, a friend of mine, and he introduced me to this guy Bill. And, Bill and I became friends, and he mentored me for a few years, and I learned the business because there's a lot to learn. And, just things took off from there, and I ended up staying with it.
So I guess when you started, you had a book of like nobody, right? Like you had no, they don't like hand you clients and say, here you go, right here, Len.
That's right.
Okay,
that's right.
so how do you take us back? Let's get in the Wayback Machine for a second, right?
Okay.
How do you, when you're starting 15 years ago, what are you doing? Okay. Like you got to look at this and say, wait, as of this moment, I've earned zero, and at my current rate, I will earn zero.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Okay. So actually, in 2001, I'm sure you remember, 9/11. So I started in, I think it was September 1st, 2001. So a few months later, or actually a month later, or a couple days later, the World Trade Center thing happened.
Right.
And that really caused the investors to be uncertain about the markets, and rates dropped. So although that was a huge tragedy for our country, actually made rates go down, and actually the phones were ringing pretty much all the time because people wanted to refinance. So that helped me in the beginning. As the years went by, I go out and I develop relationships with realtors and builders and attorneys and financial people, and after a certain amount of time goes by, we have comfort levels with each other, and they trust me and they know that I do a good job, and that's how I get my business now. And actually a lot of repeat business too. A lot of customers call me back.
So at this point, do you still have to go out and like mine for new customers, or
Always.
do you have such a flourishing referral and return business?
No, actually, I always have to. I'm always looking for new customers. If you're not prospecting, I think you're going to end up with. I think you're going to end up with a pretty bad business.
It's not a good
in
look,
my
right?
business. So you always have to be prospecting. I'm thankful for what I have, but I always have to be looking for more.
So how do you prospect? Do you? I mean, you're not going. Look. So I know I used to sell. I'll make it a mission right now. This is very embarrassing and kind of depressing, but there was a time in my life when I was selling Electrolux vacuum cleaners.
Okay.
And I would literally go door to door with a shampooer.
Okay.
Right. And this is a sad moment in my life. And I would walk door to door and I would say, hey, is there a room in your house that I can shampoo the carpets on and just show you what a difference this shampooer is going to make. That's how I learned prospecting.
Okay.
That's how I learned sales. And so it's it's harrowing, but you learn quickly. Like, this is how you got to get it done, right?
That's right.
How do you prospect? I mean, what does that involve for you?
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of it involves phone calls. I do a lot of phone calls, and I maintain a lot of relationships. My business is about relationships, I feel. So the better relationship I have with realtors, the better relationship I have with my customers, and the better relationship I have with people who maybe aren't realtors or customers but are associated with within the real estate business in one way or another. I think that those relationships that I have with them and are important, because if they are talking to somebody and they're talking to somebody who says, hey, you know, we're buying a house, our family's getting bigger, or our family's getting smaller and we want to downsize, or whatever the case may be, I want, you know, it's good for me to be that person's top of mind.
Right. And so you're in Ocean Township, right?
Well, our corporate office is in Ocean
Where
Township.
are you?
I work out of my house in Barnegat.
Oh, so that's good. Okay. Yeah. So what is your do you cover all of Ocean County? Do you cover I mean, what is your kind of coverage area?
I'm licensed in all New Jersey, so I can help anybody anywhere in New Jersey.
Right.
My customers over the years have come from all over the place. I've done everything from Sussex County to Cape May County and anywhere in between. Most of my business, though, Jeremy, comes from Ocean County.
Right. And do you work through? Do you belong to any professional groups like Jersey Shore Business Network, Ocean County Business Association, any chambers, anything like that? What do you do?
No chambers. I was involved with the Jersey Shore Builders Association for a while, which is a great association, and they do a lot of good things for the community and the building of this area, the building up of this area. But I've been very busy, and I haven't been able to go back to any of their committee meetings as of late, but I hope to get back to that soon.
It's always a catch-22, right? You're like, you, especially as kind of an independent contractor, like, you know, you want to get out to all the networking stuff and you want to go and get out there, but it's like it's hard. And so every time you're out doing that, you're not with a current customer or getting other business done that you need to get done, right? So it's that balance.
It's hard, and then you know what? I have 3 kids, and that we're not talking about kids today, but that goes into it too. You know, I am a dad, and you have responsibilities to your kids, and they need to do things, and so it's just difficult.
Yeah. You know? So you have to, and especially because you have 3, you're outnumbered, right? So you have to, So you have to. You're not getting out of pitching in, right?
You're absolutely right. Yeah. I'm not getting out of pitching in.
Yeah. So are you with me on lowering the driving age to 12? Because I think that would be a good thing.
Well, I'll tell you, sometimes I do feel that way because, especially with my daughter, we live in Barnegat. She goes to PAA, which is in Lakehurst, and friends all over the place. So my wife and I might be on board with that. Yes.
Okay, I'm just saying. Yes. I was thinking of that. That's going to be my campaign pitch when I run for governor. I'm thinking 12 is the new driving age. Anyway,
well, you have my vote on that.
Oh, I appreciate that, Len. When we come back, I want you to kind of go through with me some of the current economic trends, right? When we talk interest rates, I know Janet Yellen is one of your best friends.
Okay.
When we talk interest rates, I want to talk Brexit. I want to talk everything that's going crazy in the markets right now and what kind of impact that has on you day to day. Is that cool?
That sounds great.
All right, cool. Len Herbert, Advisors Mortgage Branch Manager. We'll be back right after this.
Stay tuned for Preferred Company with Joel Markell and Marianne Levy at 8. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin continues next. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.
All right, welcome back. We are here with Len Herbert, Advisors Mortgage Group, and we are talking a little bit about external factors and how they impact the mortgage business. So let's start with the one that's hot on everybody's minds right now. Do you see any long-term impact of the whole Brexit thing? Anything that's going to have any kind of impact on you?
I don't know about long-term, Jeremy, but I think short-term. Well, I know absolutely short-term, like today and now, with UK exiting the EU, European Union. There certainly was, there was certainly some concern amongst investors, which caused the markets to drop, and that. Although the markets are dropped, that's usually good for interest rates. So right now, interest rates are good. I don't know what the long-term effect will be, but I think short-term certainly has had an effect. People are refinancing now or even looking into locking in a rate on a purchase. Now might be a good time to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So now is the time because people are looking to get out of their current situations or trying to I mean, why is now the right time in your estimation to make a move?
To purchase a house?
Yeah.
Well, I think that home prices are still very well priced. I mean, I think that you can grab a beautiful house, especially in this Ocean County area, which is beautiful to begin with, for a great price.
Right.
And interest rates being as low as they are, I don't see why somebody wouldn't. I mean, a lot of people that I'm working with these days are having comparable payments to what rent would be. So why not own a house?
Right.
You know?
So and I guess the reality is, if you could, after the stock market drops, 800 points or so in 2 days, right? If you really are on the prospecting end of things, it's a great time when people are seeing their 401ks dwindle or seeing their portfolios dwindle and saying, "Oh, maybe I need to sell that house. Maybe I could take a couple dollars less to get out because I need to liquidate or I need to be ready." So if you're a smart prospector, these are always the times to go buying, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's two sides to every coin, I guess. So, like you said, if you're losing money in your 401k and your stocks are going down and all that kind of stuff, usually is it's going to be better on the other end as far as mortgage interest rates go. So it might be a better time to buy, and if you're selling, it might be a good time to sell.
So when the Fed talks about raising interest rates,
yes,
right, and now they've kind of backtracked and said, well, maybe we're not going to do anything just yet. How does that impact you? Does it have an immediate impact, or is it really kind of a longer term wait and see approach?
It depends what they say, I think. I don't necessarily pay. I mean, I pay attention to what they say, but I watch the markets. Like the jobs report is something that I think is huge.
Right.
So a job report comes out every Friday, the first Friday of every month, and the one that came out last month wasn't too good.
Right.
So that is not going to cause the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates. If they see that information, they're not going to raise interest rates. So I think that a lot of investors probably do the same thing. They pay attention to what the Fed says, but they also watch jobs reports in the markets and that kind of thing.
Okay. And I guess finally on this note, tell me about what you're seeing in the market relative to Sandy. Have we recovered? Are we recovering? What is the market like? I mean, what have you seen over the last few years now?
I think we're recovering. I mean, it's hard to believe that it's 4 years later now?
Yeah.
It was at 2012, so we're going on 4 years later, and it's amazing to me how many homes must have been, and families, so I shouldn't even say homes, families must have been disrupted from that, because I know several builders who are just still so knee deep into the business and helping people fix their houses. And so I think that things are going well as far as people rebuilding their houses and making them newer and making them beautiful and all that kind of stuff, and making the area more beautiful. But I think there's still more to go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Certainly is. Okay, we are here with Len Herbert, Advisors Mortgage Group. We are talking about the mortgage market. When we come back, we give you your magic wand so you can make an impact on the world.
Okay.
And we, of course, give you the opportunity to let people know where they can get in touch with you and learn more and maybe kind of see what their opportunities are. Even refinancing, still a great time to do that. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, back after this.
Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from the Jersey Shore to the world. Get up, get out, do something. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. Take the show wherever you go. Download the free Radio Pup app for your smartphone or tablet. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. 6:34, Tuesday, June 28th, 69 degrees. Get up at 74 today and raining. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio streaming live on the Radio Pup app and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160 to join the conversation. We are talking to Len Herbert, Advisors Mortgage Group. And Len, so, let people know, there's a myth, a rumor out there that mortgage guys aren't real people. And that's just not true, is it, Len?
No, not
and
by
you have kids
no.
and everything,
I
right?
do. I have kids. I have a wife. I have a dog. A house.
You have a dog? Can we talk about the dog for a second?
I pay a mortgage myself. So, yes, we could talk about the dog all day.
What kind of dog is it, Len?
We actually rescued her from the ASPCA in Manahawkin a few years ago. So
Nice.
I think she's some kind of terrier mix.
That's good. You did the right thing. It's a rescue. See that, Zach? See? It's a rescue. That's good.
And she really is a great dog. She's become a part of our family, man.
Good.
She really has.
So, and you have 3 kids. How old are your kids?
I do. 6, soon to be 7, 9, soon to be 10, and 15, soon to be 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have to add the second part because
I know
that the way it works is they continue to ascend in age. It just keeps happening. Unfortunately, it keeps happening to us as well. And your daughter is active. She's an active actress.
She is. She goes to the Performing Arts Academy over there in Lakehurst, and she's been going there. She's going to be entering her junior year, so excited about that. I know she's super happy.
And you get the full cavity search every time you go visit her on the base, right?
Oh, we do. We do.
Fantastic.
As a matter of fact, I got to renew my card before last year. I went to go pick her up. I couldn't get in.
Yeah.
She had to walk to the front.
That's it's fantastic. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but best laid plans of mice and men.
Yes.
So Len, this is the part of the show where we give you the magic wand, the magic pixie dust, the fairy dust, the ability to wiggle your nose and make something happen, to make an impact on the world without the need of of Congress getting involved or the Supreme Court judging you. So tell us, what is it you're going to do with that magic wand, Len?
Well, I think that I think when I'm speaking with the mortgage business, and I think that there's a lot of, getting a mortgage is not easy for people. It's a scary process. They don't know if they're going to get approved for the amount of money that they need. They don't know what they're going to be up against. So I think that it's important for people who are in the market for a house or in the market to refinance to just get with somebody that is going to listen to them and help them and understand what their goals are and what their needs are and develop a relationship with that person and just have a good relationship with them and have somebody that you feel has your best interest in mind.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Len, do you want to give us a quick list of people that you would recommend to do that with them?
Yeah, I have one right here. You can call me.
You think you might fit that bill? Is what you're saying?
I think I do. I do. Yes. So I can give my phone number.
Listen, if that's what you want to do, if you feel like that's the right thing to do. So how would folks get in touch with you? Let's say if they were blown away by your appearance here today, and they want to call you, they want to reach out to you, they want to find out more about how they could do business with Advisors Mortgage Group.
There's the 2 best ways to get in touch with me, Jeremy, are either my office phone number, which is 609-549-0270, and people can always call my cell phone as well, and that number is 732-684-5771. And for those who love email, you can also email me at lherbert at advisorsmortgage.com.
That's very cool. And do I see like you have a website?
I do. It's I use my name as my website, so it's www.lenherbert.com.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That is cool. That's cool. And your hair's really spiky in that particular picture.
In the morning, it usually is. Yeah. By the end of the day, it's not so spiky.
Very nice. All right, Len Herbert, Advisors Mortgage Group. We've learned a lot today. We've really gotten a good pulse on the mortgage business here at the Jersey Shore, and we wish you nothing but continued success as you navigate your way through the world of housing here at the Jersey Shore.
Real estate. So thank you so much for having me. And real estate. So thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Cool. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin back after this.